one of the toughest decisions we've had to make so far. And as you may be able to tell, we haven't even moved into the van yet. Now that might sound silly. Yes, you know, there's not been many difficult situations yet, considering we're not even in the van. However, the planning and the prep and everything, it's very, very involved. And this is one of the toughest decisions we've had to make so far. Do we leave the van as white, or do we get it wrapped or painted? So we were lucky enough to be in a position where we could buy a new van. Now we had the choice of, do we get it painted a color by VW, or do we get it wrapped ourselves or by a professional once we've actually got the van? So we decided to go down the route of getting it wrapped. Now, one of the reasons of doing this was because, well, there's a couple of reasons actually. One, I wanted to have a little bit more control over it. I wanted it to look as cool as possible. We're gonna be in it every day, and I want it to look cool. Secondly is that if we get it wrapped, the paint underneath should hopefully have an extra layer of protection. Now, of course, this isn't gonna protect us if, I don't know, I drive into a tree or someone crashes into us, you know, whatever it may be. If it's a big crash, if it's a big dent, if it's a big problem, then that's not going to protect it. However, if we, you know, scrape a bush or, you know, have a small scratch here or there, then hopefully the paint will be better protected with the wrap on top. Okay, so our color choice. It was either go bold and leery and wild, or keep it a little bit toned down and, I don't know, cool. So we ended up going for the cool look, and we went for a matte gray along the front, and then sort of halfway down we have this weird kind of line and then a matte black at the back. Along the front as well, the bonnet up to the roof, we have the matte black along the front too, to give it a bit of a different look when you're looking at the van head on. And I think it's turned out pretty nicely actually, better than I expected. We sat down and went through quite a few designs. Do we go for a mountain? Do we go for trees? Do we just go for stripes? Do we go for one single color? There was a few different decisions or choices we had, and we ended up going for this two-tone, and I haven't seen anything like it. I've seen things similar, like a mountain. There was a mountain really with like mountain bikers and climbers. I've got my gaming dad bod on, so I'm gonna be more gaming than doing crazy things, crazy extreme sports. So we just end up going for like a crack down the center. And I think it's turned out pretty nicely. Now, I've been speaking to some friends and letting friends and family know that we've been getting it wrapped, and we've shown some pictures now it's finished. And one of the big questions really is like, why didn't you do it yourself? Now it's quite an interesting question, because, you know, the straight, honest answer is I don't fucking know how to do it, so why would I do it myself? But, you know, as with everything van life, you can learn these things, you can figure out how to do it, and I've seen people online do it themselves. So props to you if you've managed to do it yourself, and I am genuinely envious of your mental power to get it done and like understanding it. One of the main reasons for getting it done really is because time, effort. You know, still running a business here, still trying to get things done, and I don't really have the time to take out to learn all these things. So I would rather spend my time on what I know, which is, you know, making my money from a business, and then spending that on a professional getting it done. That also means that I know that it's been done properly. So you know, I won't have this fear that we're driving down the road and my terrible self-done wrapping starts to peel off down the motorway and fly away in the wind. It's actually done properly. So that's quite a nice one, like a good peace of mind. As we get into van life a bit more, I am planning to invest my time and learn much more about what we're doing. But to get us off the bat, as you can see here, you know, we're in an apartment. Parking outside is a fucking fortune, and it's just not really ideal situation. Now, I can say that about everything. I've seen some of you guys out there building in public car parks. There's no excuse. That's my excuse. So we got it done professionally, and you know, it's turned out really well. They've done a really good job. There is a little problem on the side one of the panels, and you know, I don't have to fix that myself now. I can take it back to them and say, hey guys, like, look, this is wrong. Can we look at rectifying this? And you know, they seem, so far we're going to get it done in the next couple of weeks, get it sorted. I'll keep you updated. Finally, two big questions. One, how long did it take? And 2, how much did this cost? So time frame, I think again, this varies depending on the size of your vehicle, how much you're getting done, whether you're getting like a half wrap, just a piece of the van done, or you're getting an entire wrap done. So we ended up, as you can see, getting the entire thing done, head to toe. And it took us a week. Well, took the guys a week. Dropped it off on the Monday morning, picked it up on the Friday afternoon. So 5 working days, and they let me time-lapse it. During the time-lapse, they had other vans in and out as well. So if it was just my van they were working on, probably could be done in 1 to 2 days. But yeah, as the businesses are working as well, it took them a week. So they had a bit of time either side as well. So 1 week, roughly, to get your van wrapped if you get it done by a professional. And cost, now this is a really tough one. So I spent quite a bit of time ringing around, looking online, researching prices for this van, for that van, for half wrap, for printed wrap, for this vinyl, for that vinyl. There was so many bloody choices. We ended up going for the 2 vinyls, so the matte grey and matte black. I was thinking about getting it printed and having like a proper design on there, but we ended up going for just the 2. Now our cost was around 3,000. I got quoted anywhere from 1,500 up to 10,000, and these varied depending on the supplier, depending on the wraps, depending on the designs, depending on whether they help do the design or we do the design. There was lots of variables there, but I think sensibly you would be looking somewhere between 2,000 to 5,000 for a full wrap done by someone who knows what they're doing. It's a lot of money. It really is. I sort of sat here now and I'm like, oh my gosh, we've got this much money for the pop top roof. We've got this much money for the roof rack. We've got this much money for the wrap. And I'm like, oh my gosh, all the savings that we've been saving are now doing this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are these the right decisions? I don't know. I want it to be nice. I want it to be a nice place for Jack and Zai and Mitzi. I want it to be something they're proud of, so we're investing the money in here. It's going to be a home at the end of the day, so yeah, it's a lot of money, but we've been saving hard for this. Yeah, so that's the wrap. The wrap is done. What's happening next is the pop top roof is being installed, and I'll give you guys an update on that video once that comes out. And the idea is end of August, at least by next winter, we should be out the apartment and in the van full time. If you enjoy this, want to stick around for the journey, leave a subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.